Hello there guys, we are with a game between TaToH and DauT on the DLC content preview, whatever you want to call it, and it's well it's not actually two of the new civs. I was going to say we have two of the new civs, but this has actually been something I've been wanting to see because a lot of people have been streaming the games, have been just streaming the new civs versus the new civs, and I wanted to see a game. Hang on, let me just sort this out. Oh, it is right. I wanted to see a game where we had a classic civ versus one of the new civs, because it's quite hard to tell how the civs are going to do when they're just matched up against the new ones, right? So I wanted to see how they actually do against one of the older civs, a classic civ. And TaToH, well, he's picked his, I don't know if he picked it, or if it was random or what, but he is with his favoured Saracens, and we all know that TaToH loves Saracens, who are got those very, 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 very just amazing archers that can eat through buildings. The fantastic market where you can just buy and sell res, and TaToH has made Saracens very famous over the years with his TaToH, which is this kind of all-in build into triple range archers. It's very minimal equal, you don't make any villagers on it at all. It's quite an interesting build to see. If you've never watched that, there is some videos online. I would go and check it out. And DauT is playing in a red, just on Arabia, guys. And he's playing as the Bengalis, which is one of the new civilizations. Maybe we can take a quick look at the tech tree, when we're not going to have too much to really talk about in this early stages apart from it. So, Bengalis come under an elephant and naval civilization. We'll just run through all the bonuses. Elephants receive 25% less bonus damage and more resistant to conversion. That's two things. That's two things that seem very good. I think one of the other would just be fine, to be honest. 25% less bonus damage, so that's mainly things coming from like halberdiers, and more resistant to conversions. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Town centre spawn 2 villagers when the next stage is reached. That's kind of nice eagle bonus. And ships regenerate 15 HP per minute. So they should be pretty strong on water maps too. You know, you get up with 2 extra villagers when you arrive, and then your ships also regenerate. So you can always pull back ships. You don't need to repair them, you just pull them back, then you can send them back in later on. Will take some micro and whatnot, but pretty good. You have a unique unit of the Rafa, which is the chariot unit. Where's the castle? Here. So it has the ability to go in between melee mode and range mode. Your unique techs, pikes, I believe it is. Rafas and elephants units attack 20% faster, so for the Rafa that actually affects melee and range, which is nice, but also great for the elephants. And then their Imperial unique tech, villagers take 10% less population space. So if you research that, it's essentially allowing you quite a few extra pop in terms of army, quite similar to the Goth bonus. And then you have the team bonus. Trade units yield 10% food in addition to gold as well, which could be an interesting one on Black Forest. But the tech tree is pretty good. You can see almost full blacksmith, just missing out on the last armor. The dog tech tree is pretty damn good. Just heavy demo they miss out on there. And no bomber cannon, no siege onager. They also get these crazy siege elephants. Only 650 food to upgrade them. But they're really strong from the looks of it. They're stable, they're pretty streamlined, of course, because it's one of these Indian civs, so they get Battle Elephant and Elite Battle Elephant. They also get Husbandry, which is kind of nice. And then they get Halberdier, and they also have Elephant Archers and fully upgraded ARB, so they should be a pretty nice civ. But yeah, we're on Arabia here, and when I first loaded into the game, I was like, is this Runestones? But it's definitely Arabia, but there is some changes coming to Arabia with the next patch, so this will be the Arabia that's going to get played on it. But you can see it's kind of going back to what we had before, right? You know, more standard wood lines, a bit easier to wall, whereas the one we're currently on, you know, you have the ponds in the wood lines, very difficult. And the one big thing we're noticing is the cliffs. The cliffs are back, baby, which is, you know, it's a very traditional, nostalgic feature of Arabia, right? But they've been out for a while. They can be a little bit silly, but we can see they're just kind of out the way to the side here. Shouldn't really play any part in the game and being able to do wall-offs. Kind of odd, there's just 2 chopped trees there. How did they get there? Is that a feature? It is, it must be a feature. I need to talk to Cusini in that one, see what the reason is behind that. But yeah, they're kind of out of the way, so they shouldn't really have an impact on the game here at all. Now, very standard start from both players. We'll see what DauT does want to do. Of course, he's known for being a bigger boomer. Maybe a little bit underrated in terms of his micro. You know, he's still been gaming for so long. 20 years plus. And his longevity is obviously very well documented. And he's still at the very top. And of course, we are playing with two GL teammates here. It's almost like a civil war of sorts. Two Indian civs and also two GL members going against each other. And we'll see how this game develops. We can see berries here should be relatively easy to wall for TaToH. Does have a forward stone, gold, just wall in front here, and then to the side should be absolutely fine too. Didn't push any deer, but DauT has. And you can see the one thing about pushing deer, you sacrifice your scouting. So we're still at minute 6, going into minute 7, and DauT's only just heading out. I watched a T90 video recently, said you shouldn't want to be start scouting by minute 5, but this is what you sacrifice when you go for the deer push. You get a lot of extra food, but you miss out on the scouting. You can see how much more TaToH has done. It's reflected in the score as well. But also a Dark Age farm from TaToH. So we'll see what he's thinking here. See what we're thinking here. A little bit odd. Type of Dark Age farm out, right? DauT is on the way up. How many population? 19, so he's taking a deer swing it up ASAP, and then maybe looking for the extra vills to then get a good eco rolling. I'm not seeing anything coming out of me. He's not onto gold. Of course, the current meta for Arabia is very much dominated by man-at-arms into archers. We'll see if that's what the players want to do. Now, these are two teammates. It's a friendly game, so it's probably not going to feel try-hard mode. Is DauT going to lose that fill? No. Losing a scout here for DauT could be big, because he doesn't have a lot of scout info at all, so we have no idea what TaToH's going to do here. Who is opening with a barracks. But nothing from DauT. Not a military building in sight. He looks like he's going to try and full walt this. And we can see the villager count. It is going to go up. It is going to go up because TaToH's going to have this idle time getting up to feudal age. And DauT did win the scout engagement, so that's nice. So TaToH's not going to have a clue what DauT's going to be doing now. Didn't see anything, just seen the berries and the wood line here. Seen some walls going up, but you know, it's the closest to him. And he's going for a market. Okay. But I think the time TaToH gets in, the feudal age, there should be a 2 villager lead. Yep. Bang on. See. That 2 villager lead really is shining through. DauT just going to gold. Dropping some farms now. I don't know if he got horse collar. Let's have a quick look. Okay, he's got both already. So it looks like he's just went really early up to get the extra vills and then go for the eco bonuses. But no buildings as of yet. He's full wall, but it's only one palisade. And going up against Saracens, 1 palisade walls shouldn't really cut it. Shouldn't really cut it, to be honest. The archers, of course, get the bonus damage against buildings, and Saracen archers can really eat through the buildings quite fast once you get a good mass of them. TaToH just going for some more small walls into the TC. A little bit less investment. Obviously a lot of wood to get all of this up from DauT. But not the most difficult wall off, but he's really took ownership of a lot of real estate here. Does have some gold, stone in the back, and an gold pile, so if he fills walls, there's a lot of resources here that you can take, and also has wood lines safe in the back, which is nice. These ones, of course, will be rangeable. Now, TaToH should just be going straight onto the archers then, and he is. Free on gold, dropping farms, he also got double eco upgrade, so he's committed into feudal age for a little while yet, getting the market up nice and early. Let's see if he does do any selling at some point. Now, I can't cast these games on capture age just yet because the new civs don't work on them. So we'll need to wait for the DLC to actually drop officially before we can see the new civilizations on capture age. So I've just got the in-game spectating, which I've got a skin remod, which makes it look a lot better. A bit of an easier on the eye viewing experience. Now, good move from DauT. Is he going to pick that off for free? TaToH, he's 2k4, so you should notice that almost instantly. You want to keep your scout alive, so you can just have a see what your opponent is doing. Did he actually get over? Okay, sees the wall, sees the range, so he knows he's just committing. DauT trying to get a tower up really snugly into stone there, but of course it's rangeable from the archers, so not a good idea. Not by any means. Blacksmith came up already. He's going to be looking to get a transition on to Castle Age. About 14 minutes into the game, he's not too far away at all, but he's going to have to go for some stone walls. He's on stone anyway. But 5 villagers in stone here tells me he wants to go for the unique unit. Now, your unique unit, the Rafa, the Chariot, 60 gold and 60 wood, so not crazy expensive. Not by any means. Quite a bit more expensive than a Camel Archer. Maybe that's a comparison. A Camel Archer is 55 wood and 60 gold. But seems happy enough in the meantime. Just going to put these villagers onto the lumber camp. Of course, can't really take that stone there. Is he going to transfer over? Yes, he's actually taking these villagers off the gold. It looks like he's going to go to the stone and the back of his base. TaToH, meanwhile, is pretty much fully walled. He's thinking about unique units as well. So this is interesting. We've potentially got Mamelukes versus Rafas. If you see so many villagers on stone, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to be going for unique units. And TaToH's pretty much safely walled. How's his res looking? DauT's already clicked up, and TaToH won't be too far behind. Won't be too far behind at all. I don't think TaToH's going to be able to get in here. Not with so few. He's only get 3 archers and a spear. Obviously seen that DauT has been full walling, and he's going to try and be competitive in terms of his click up time. This gate stuff is so funny to me. I actually don't have the wheel on, so I can't rotate it. It's one of these hotkeys I need to add. There's so many hotkeys I need to fix, to be honest. I'm very inefficient when I play. Look at this. Holy gates. Holy gates. Oh my god. Crazy stuff. So yeah, just in this transition now up to Castle Age, everything looks pretty standard. You can see villager numbers 35 to 35. DauT's going to get the 2 extra villas when we get in here, so that's going to be lovely. Every age it happens, but really impactful in the Feudal Age and Castle Age, of course. Potentially being 4 extra villas once you arrive to Castle Ages. Seems like a decent amount, right? Face value seems like a decent amount. Now, if you've not liked and subscribed, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I'm going to be giving away one of the DLC packages absolutely for free. All you got to do is subscribe and leave a comment on the channel. Going to be giving that away in the next couple of days. I'm going to give it away on the day. And there it is. DauT has the stone, so does TaToH. You can see the resources in the bottom. And DauT's just going to go for the defensive castle, which you like. I do like it. Protects the gold, secures the stone, which you can also get back onto. And he's also stonewalling up in the north now. So his flank up here, pretty much secured. Maybe some issues down here, but even if TaToH does break in, maybe going into the castle, going into the TC, and DauT's going to place another TC here. So even this bottom flank should be relatively safe. I mean, take a look at the Bengali castle as well. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it. It's quite ashy, isn't it? It looks like... It doesn't look like a castle size. You know what I mean? It looks like in between a castle and a crepost. Like an in-between size. But it's a castle. And he's straight onto Rafas. You can see the attack here. I think that's on range mode. Of course it is, because range is down here. So he's got Fletch in already. 5+1. We have 2 melee and 1 pierce, and then there are 4 base range. So Fletching puts them up to 4+2. And let's see how they do against the feudal units. I mean, Castle Age units versus feudal age units, you're pretty much always expecting castle units to win those engagements, especially in small numbers like this. But I'll be interested to see how he plays them going from range versus melee, and how easy that is to do. For a professional player, I would expect. Not too bad. And open a monastery. So let's see his vision. How many relics does he see? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's pretty good. The 5th one up here, which you might find eventually. He does have the Raff. The mobility is not bad on them. They're a little bit slower on a night, but they could do some scouting. Certainly could. Let's take a look over at TaToH. He is in Castle Age as well. He's also went for a castle just at the front of his base, securing the stone. So he really does want to get to Mamluks and a lot more of them. But also opened Monastery and Monks. Has he got a monk out already? I think that's his first one. Nope, first one's out here. Already picked up a relic. So good job by TaToH here. In terms of military, a little bit more for DauT in the meantime. Okay, so TaToH 2 TCs. DauT also in 3 TCs, so he's really committing to the boom. Oh wow. How many farms has he got down already? 17 farms. One just expired. That will go back up. 4 TCs from DauT, so DauT doing DauT things. Should pick the monk. Okay, great value from your 7 HP scout. Unbelievable value. But kind of passive in the meantime from both. Both just trying to play for relics, mass up some numbers, but DauT's going to try and dive in now. Picks off 1 villager after getting the monk. Farms here totally exposed. Could actually think about laming them. And TaToH actually deletes them, so DauT cannot do that. But it's lots of idle time right now. So 4 villagers, 6 villagers, another 6 or 12 villagers having to run away. Some idle time, not ideal. The Mamluks are going to have to come back. So this is one of the things I want to see is unique unit versus unique unit. And this is more, I know we have some people that test 200 versus 200 or fully upgraded, but this is more of a game realistic situation, right? Castle Age units versus Castle Age units, maybe one has upgrades and the other one doesn't. And Mamluks, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, but you know, Mamluks cost a lot. 55 food, 85 gold. And you know, once you get a good look at them, that's just professional things. Micro and Wave. Once you get a good mass of Mamluks, they do really well against pretty much anything, to be honest. They do really well. Okay, still on 4 TCs from DauT. Let's see if he does commit to a 5th one at some point. That wouldn't really surprise me when it comes to DauT. 3rd one coming up from TaToH. Villager count. Oh boy, that is rising. 17 villager difference now. 17 villagers. But KD, totally even Stevens. Okay, 3rd TC coming in from TaToH now. So his base should be relatively safe. Oh, 4th TC, my bad. So he's got this one in the gold now as well. And then the 4th one coming in the gold down here. So equal TC numbers. But you know, DauT's had that 4th TC down for a bit longer. He's also got a better food economy by the looks of it. 35 farms. Versus, yeah, just a few more. Just a few more. And DauT just getting wheelbarrow. So, full boom mode activated. Full boom mode activated. There's a relics there now, I think. Picks off the scout that was guarding it. So that's nice. How many relics have we got? 2 for DauT in the meantime, and 2 for TaToH. Okay, just 1 for TaToH. Someone must have picked that one up. Yeah, there we go. So we'll be 2-2, and they'll be fighting for this 5th one that's currently unclaimed, but DauT does have a monk going over now, which he knows is there. And there's that 5th TC from DauT, so he's going to extend. As long as he keep his TCs running, both players actually having some problems right now and keeping them running. You can see DauT doesn't have 1 TC running whatsoever. And there's a reason for that, because he is going to try and make his transition up to Imperial Age. Oh boy. Now he should have it. Of course, doesn't need any more buildings. He's got the castle already. And let's see if engagement here. TaToH picks off the monk with the Mamluks. Beautiful stuff. 6 Mamluks versus 5 Raffas. Gotta fancy Mamluks here, but here comes more Raffas up to 9. Range mode engaged. Does only have fletching though. Does only have fletching. Picks off a few, but the Mamluks are doing well. He switches to melee mode. Huh. Don't know if that's what you want to do, but we can take a look at the stats. Oh, he changes back. Maybe a misclick, realised how bad it was going. The stats on them, they have the same base attack of the knight. And they have pretty good HP. So in terms of the blacksmith, he's only just putting the barracks up because he needs the stable upgrades. The blacksmith, they take archer armor and then the archer attack. Then they also take the attack for melee. So it's quite a lot of upgrades you need to get through them. And then they also take husbandry and bloodlines, which Bengalis do both get. But he's doubling down. DauT is doubling down on the unique unit of the Bengalis. Second castle coming in. TaToH has decent numbers of Mamluks as well. Ezekiel was quite a bit behind. 10 extra villagers, but DauT's been imping. And obviously he doesn't want to spend too much on villagers because he wants to get upgrades when he does arrive. Big engagement coming, 7 Mamluks versus 9. Does have Bodkin now. But yeah, Mamluks do alright. They do alright in this castle age. And they look like siege, but they're not, so the monks can convert them. Man, Mamluks shredding. The thing with Mamluks is you never want to get close to them. They don't have big range, they have free range, but all the damage they do is unbelievable. They're so good. Very expensive, but very good. And the monk just paths into the Mamluks. And TaToH's starting to get to a number of them, which is becoming a little bit scary. Good map control. Starting to expand. Identify the golds. Let's take it the LS. Okay, TaToH sees quite a lot. Adding outposts as well, which is fantastic. Even making a house out here. Let's have a look on DauT's POV. Yeah, very good as well. Sees a gold. Sees a gold down here, and the other golds in the middle. The death ball of Raffas are now decomposing into the ground. And yep, stable in range. So you can get Parfane for these guys as well, and he's going to look for bloodlines and husbandry ASAP. But he's in Imperial Age. Let's have a look at the villager numbers. 133 now. This is DauT mode. Full DauT mode activated. And he is also getting the unique tech, which will make his elephants and the Rafa attack 20% faster. Man, DauT is really getting all the upgrades. We can see Parfane coming in, chemistry coming in. I don't know if he got bloodlines. I don't know if he got ballistics yet. We'll soon find out, but he's getting everything. Like he's got 2-man saw, forging, stone mining so we can get more of these guys. He's also getting a castle up in his hill, which kind of protects the golden stone, which is fantastic. But these guys, once all the upgrades come in, are starting to get a bit more scary. They do take a lot. It's got bloodlines as well. How much is the elite upgrade? I remember it not being too bad. 800 food, 800 wood, so it's actually an upgrade you don't need to spend gold on. And when you've got a big boom like this from DauT, it's probably good. It's probably a nice thing to have. So very similar to Camel Archers in that aspect actually, but we can see Mamluks closing in, man. They're wrecking them. They're absolutely wrecking. Now he's probably doesn't want to take an engagement going downhill. Maybe just try and pull back to the castle. TaToH doesn't know that one's there now, but he should be finding out because the castle's engaging. But he's losing numbers. Yeah, he's losing numbers. It'd be an interesting one in terms of cost effectiveness. And who's in a better position here, but TaToH's army is white. The army that was forward, that is. He does have some more units at home. And TaToH is on the way up to Imperial Age. 1 castle, 2 castle. What's the price of unique unit? Yeah, 60-60. On the 3rd castle from TaToH. So even the professionals are... Even the professionals are still working out what these new civs can do. DauT's going for siege. And the Bengalis tech tree, we looked at it earlier. They don't have a lot of options in siege. Not at all. They have onagers, they have Scorp, but they do have the elephants, so maybe we'll start to see them. Maybe we'll start to see them. He's going to get more pop space after this unique tech comes in, which brings down your percentage pop of villagers. We'll see it drop. He's 164. He saves 13 pop space. It's pretty good. Obviously, it's going to differ when you get it, how many villagers you have, but the maximum it can be is 10%, so the max it can be is 20. He's on the hill there, and it should be a decent engagement from DauT. He's pretty much got all of the upgrades now that he needs. It doesn't want to take an engagement underneath the castle. That should be 4 castles from TaToH. Yes. 4 castles, and DauT is going for the siege elephants. Oh boy. And that's 4 siege workshops. Now these guys are expensive. 135 food. 90 gold, I believe. So they're not cheap. They're not cheap, but Rafas are not bad. We can see DauT just has such a good working economy. Still has the gold in the back here. Also moved out to this gold. He's going for this castle. Oh my god, I was just looking towards the golds and he's... Is TaToH gonna notice this? Yeah, he's noticed it. He's noticed it. DauT, man. And of course on DauT things he only sends like 6 villagers, you know? But TaToH's having a big reaction here. Sends 20 plus Mamluks to get there. And the... Man, is that a bait? Is that a bait? I'd love to see some... Oh, do you know what? I'd love to see just more numbers in the Rapids. Get the 200 pop and then just have like 15 of these elephants and see what they can do. But TaToH's adding onager. Don't think I've seen Elite Mamluk come in. I'd be lying if I said I knew what the price was. Yeah, castle goes up actually in the end. Was that the new unique tech? Yeah, it was. Okay, it was counterweights that came in. So trebuchets and mangonel line get 15% plus attack. So I would just be expecting trebs in from TaToH. And then Elite Mamluk is coming in now. So both players committed to unique units. DauT, however, has 45 of them. He's actually showing siege elephants. I wonder if TaToH can see that. Okay, he actually sees the flag on top, so it should be a pretty big giveaway. That's what's going to be coming. Add some outposts up in the top here. Give him some vision, which is nice, in case he wants to whip around. 170 pop for TaToH. Nearly 200 for DauT. Those extra military numbers should help out. But yeah, those Mamluks are still over there. One ship just chipping away in the meantime. Did we start to engage now when these guys are distracted? And we do, oh my god. 23 siege elephants. Let's look at the stats on these guys. So they start with -2 melee armor. They're really weak to melee, which TaToH doesn't have anything of just now. He's actually building up onager numbers. Let's have a few out. Takes a good few shots on the Rafas, but that's 18 siege elephants. Sorry, I was going to say 250 pierce, 150 pierce. Oh wow. And look at the castle just wreck. Oh my god, just disappeared. Now they attack a lot faster than a siege ram, let's put it that way. And they're not even close to being, the upgrade is not even being as close to the siege ram, but you have to get the cap ram then to siege ram. It's like under half price to get to these guys. Of course they cost food and gold, which rams do not. So maybe you can make an argument there that the res distribution is a bit different. But man, these guys are just absolutely destroying DauT right now. Big food investment. That's like over 2k food there. But in this point of the game, when you have so many farms and your unique unit costs wood and gold, you float that kind of amount of food. Look, and he still has more. The biggest issue for DauT is potentially gold, but he's just wiping the floor with TaToH right now. And he's got map control, and he's like, okay, I'm going to come forward and also make a castle right outside your base. And that stinks of desperation. I'm not going to lie, from TaToH, that kind of castle. He has kind of removed a lot of his eco, but he's in a little bit of a cockroach mode right now, and I don't know if he can deal with these guys. Don't think he can deal with the siege elephants, and they still got all the Rafas behind it, and they're fully upgraded now. 6+4, 4+3, 7 pierce armor. I mean, did lose a lot there. You can see Mamluks. Mamluks are still very strong, and they're elite as well. They're unbelievable, Mamluks. Yeah, an issue is TaToH is losing his castle. He's going to be down to 2 now in a second, and it's going to be hard to produce these Mamluks. But even then, look at that. Nice little hill bonus. And the Mamluk's going down. And TaToH calls the GG. Calls the GG. It's a unique unit versus unique unit in this game. Maybe not the most standard gameplay, but I've certainly been interested and looking forward to pros play on one of the new civs and matched up against a more classic civ, one that's more established. And I'm sure as the DLC is released, we'll see much more pros playing them on the ladder. What really happens and how they match up, if they're really going to be OP or if they're a bit underwhelming. And there's usually not much middle ground. Either the civs are like underwhelming, maybe they don't have a true identity, or either some of the units are just really cracked and broken. But I guess we'll find out. 28th of April, that is released. I am doing a giveaway. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment on the video, and you're going to have a chance of winning the new DLC. Catch you in the next one.